In this video, I will not only show you how to add over 1,000 followers in under 90 days, I will show you how to add targeted followers who want to buy your products and services. And I know this for a fact because I managed to make over $100,000 with my first 2,500 followers on Facebook. And I'm going to show you 7 simple steps to grow and monetize your following online. I will also give you a checklist. You can find it below. It's free. There is nothing to download of these exact steps that you can follow if you want. Now, with that said, what we're going to do is jump to the screen. I have some notes. I have some whiteboard here prepared, and I want to walk you through the steps. So step number 1 is to pick the right platform. I will tell you right away, I do this and my clients did this on Facebook. So will be the platform that I will recommend, and I'll give you 2 reasons for that. So number 1, Facebook is the only platform that I know where you can proactively add people. Yes, you can follow them on Instagram or wherever, but on Facebook, if they accept your friend request, you're automatically following each other. So that's a really big distinguishment. So you can proactively go and build your audience, your following of over 1,000 people relatively quickly, right? And number 2 feature that I really like about Facebook, and the thing that will make this possible, is that there are groups. There are literally groups with thousands and tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of people who are in your exact niche, who are having the problem you can solve, and it's all for you to cherry pick. And other platforms don't have that. Again, now that I know that you can add people and you can find targeted groups. So step number 1, use free Facebook profile. That's it, okay? If you're like, how do I make money on Facebook? I'll have more content on that, though I do think I have a video sharing how I made my first $30,000, so I might share this in the description as well. Now, part number 2, really important, is to optimize your profile. And if you're like, if I can just add people, why do I optimize? Glad you asked. So first thing you need to understand is that the first thing people see when they're checking your friend request out is your profile. That's the first thing they see, whether they are accepting or sending you friend request. So what you can do is actually, let me take you to my personal profile. Okay, here we are. So I want to show you what I mean. So this is kind of like professionally done, semi-professionally done profile. So look what I have. Couple of things. Number 1, I have this cover photo. Now, most of these things are honestly optional. You don't need to have them, but I found that they help, right? So number 1, professionally done cover photo, sharing either what you do or who you help or both. For me, it's like, coaches and entrepreneurs, join my free group to learn 3-step process I've been using to convert followers into repeat clients and make over $300,000 in under 3 years, right? And if people click, there is a bit of story and there is like a link and it takes them to my group. So this is my profile funnel. And also when someone lands on my profile, this is one of the first things that I see. Second thing, really important, you want to have clear profile picture, either with just your face, or in my case right now, it's this picture, right? And again, I use this as a profile funnel, a little text that kind of walks them through, explains who I am, and tells them like, I went from being broke factory worker in Serbia, working for $300 a month, to booting my job, doing over $300,000 in under 3 years, using nothing but Facebook organic marketing. And again, actually, this one is pushing them to the masterclass. I need to change this, glad that I saw this. Now, so this is all step number 2, right? Another thing that people will check is this. And there are multiple ways you can do your bio, but basically, I love to tell a bit about myself. This is more like personality because I really like coffee, a bit of results, a bit of, again, personality. I train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and a little kind of like CTA. Coaches turn 1 to 2% of your followers to money, and it points them to, again, my free Facebook group. These are a couple of things people check. When I receive friend requests or wanna send a friend request, these are the things that I check. So I check who is this person. Like, you don't want to use fake profiles, fake pictures, cartoon characters, whatever. I check this, obviously, like name, who they are, and then another thing that's really important is I check their content, right? Like you can see I posted 21 hours ago on December 12th, 11th. So I'm pretty consistently posting. So you want to imagine, like, we want to add targeted followers. So imagine you send out a friend request and your ideal avatar is landing here. So what you want them to read and see is basically something that talks about their problems, their desires, etc. So this is actually step number 3. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. So these are pretty simple things. So have some bio. I do have, I think, actually it's in the checklist. So in the checklist, I also give you one template that you can use. It's a standard one. I help whatever coaches lose whatever 20 pounds in under 6 weeks using my process without counting calories, whatever. Something like that. So you can use something like that. You can see other people in your industry, honestly, and see what are they using and model that for your bio. So have clear profile picture, have clear bio, ideally pointing them to the funnel that you want to. Have clear cover photo if you're like, how do I do this? So you can literally go on Canva. So if you don't know what Canva is, it's literally like a free website. There's a paid version, and you can be like Facebook cover photo, and they will give you templates. You can either redo one of the templates that you like, or you can do as I did. And this is, I paid a bit of money. You can find people on Upwork, on Fiverr, whatever, for 5, 10, 20 bucks, and they can do a cover photo for you, which is honestly what I prefer. So that is step 2. So step 1, create your Facebook profile, choose Facebook to grow targeted following. Step number 2, optimize your profile so that when targeted people land, when you do send them friend request, they can see it, right? Now, step number 3 is what I started to talk about. You want to create content consistently that talks about the problems and beliefs people have in your niche. So you want to be helpful, you want to demonstrate expertise, etc., so that again, when people come, and I want you to think about it, this is just reverse engineering the process that we all use. Like imagine when you saw someone on Facebook the last time or Instagram, and let's say you saw an intriguing comment or post or reel or whatever it is, and you were like, fuck, this is interesting, funny, insightful, whatever it was. And you clicked on the profile, and what you did, you checked like who they are, what it says, and you check their content. And if you're like, oh, this guy or girl looks interesting, you probably followed them or added them as friend. So this is what you're trying to achieve with step 2 and 3, right? Like optimize profile and content so that these people can, again, follow us. And what I like to do is I use 4 types of content to achieve this, what I call goodwill, rapport building, influence, and status and authority building content. And I do have an entire video here on YouTube that's covering these 4 types. So you can also, I will probably also post a card over here, and I will put it in the description so you can watch it if you're wondering what kind of content should you create. Now, number 4, really important. If you miss this part, it's not going to matter. So you need to identify clearly your niche, your avatar, and your offer. And this is because we need to find these people, right? And this is what allows us to do. So we need to clearly define the problem we solve, our target audience, and what we are selling. We want to understand their pain points, desires, to create content that speaks directly to them, and so that we can find them. And one of the things, if you're not sure, you can study competitors, follow the niche leaders, and see more about it. By the way, this is how it looks. This is your Facebook profile, and our goal is to add, again, 1,000 people, right? One of the things that I didn't mention is actually, I'll mention it after this step. So for example, when I was selling to people who are Facebook organic affiliate marketers that are doing high ticket, I was going to people who have this following, to groups that consist of organic Facebook high ticket affiliates, pretty specific. So I knew their problems, I knew where they are. And these are, by the way, steps 4 and 5. You can notice that like step 2 and 3 are connected, steps 4 and 5 are kind of connected, 5 and 6. But I wanted to break it down for you so you can have also like linear understanding of it. But basically, with step number 4, you need to know what you sell. So let's say you're selling some kind of coaching or affiliate product that helps people make money. You need to be more specific. Who are the people? What exact problem are you solving so that they're making money? Are you helping them get more exposure, more leads? Are you helping them close the leads they're already getting? Who are the best people that get results? Are these like specific coaches in specific niche, etc., right? So all these things, as you answer them, you will have better understanding of how to find that audience on Facebook, which brings us to step number 5. So you can search for leaders in your niche and study literally their following, right? Meaning, let's say again, my example from before, I used to target high ticket Facebook organic affiliates. So guess what? There are other people, other gurus who are teaching high ticket Facebook organic affiliates. So all I need to do is find these people, right? Their following, because they attract such people, already consist of my ideal avatar. And oftentimes, these people have free and paid groups that, you guessed it, consist of these same people. This brings us to here. You can find groups also free, and ideally, honestly, this is the best, paid groups. So people pay to learn this information. So let's say you're targeting, I don't know, people who are doing YouTube shorts, and you found a Facebook group of 5,000 members who all paid to learn YouTube Shorts. It's called YouTube Shorts, Facebook group, right? And imagine that group contains 5,000 of your ideal avatar who paid money to learn what you teach, right? And this is like one of the most important things. You need to nail the right groups down, otherwise you will add wrong people. And by the way, this is why I said not just how to grow following, but how to grow targeted following. So now I follow the guru that teaches how to create short form content on YouTube. He or she has a free group, he or she has a paid group, and you can find multiple people, multiple groups. And that's our agenda. I want you to identify the right groups and the right people who have your ideal avatar, join the groups, follow the gurus. Which brings us to step number 6. Add these targeted friends like followers daily. So my recommendation is to add about 30 people a day from these groups. If that sounds like too much, don't worry. In the beginning, you want to do it yourself until you master the process, but very fast, you can delegate it. You can pay someone $5 an hour, and it takes about an hour to do this. You can pay people $5 an hour and they will do it for you. But again, really important for you to first validate the process so that you can teach the VA what groups, what kind of people, where you're adding from. You want to test all of these things first. But again, adding 30 people a day, optimizing your profile so that you have at least 50% acceptance rate. So how does this look? So you requested to join these paid and free groups. But if it's paid group, they're not going to let you in unless you pay. So maybe you want to pay a bit of money. I think it's worth it to get access to hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands of customers who paid to learn this. Obviously, sometimes you're not going to pay $5K just to join some group unless you have money. But there are groups that you can pay under $100 and get access to, or under $10 even. So anyways, you get access to these groups, and then you add about 30 people a day. You simply go, let's go to my Facebook profile again. Okay, here we are. So let's say you're in my group and you simply find this is Nadir, one of my clients. And let's say you don't have him as a friend. You would simply go to his profile. You would check out who he is, what he does, etc. If it overlaps with who you want to target, then you're like, okay, click friend add button, and boom, you added your first friend. And you do this 30 times a day. It takes, in the beginning, it might take you more, but after you get better at identifying the groups, the places, the people, you can do this in under 60, probably 45 minutes a day. And if you're like, oh my God, I need to spend an hour, you're literally adding targeted people that will buy for you. So instead of, okay, let me explain you something. I assume you sell something, let's say between 1 and 5K range, right? So just one of these followers, if they convert, you can make 1 to 5K. So instead of viewing it, oh my God, I need to spend an hour, you can view it as either one of these people will revert one or multiple thousands of dollars to me. Now, let's keep up with the math for a second. Not everyone is going to accept you, obviously. So I would aim at about 50%. So at least, let's say 15 people out of 30 friend requests. Now, you can have more, but let's say at a minimum, 15 accept you. And let's say you do this for 7 days, 15 people, that's about 105 followers that you're adding every single week. And then we do this for 4 weeks, that's over 400 people. And then we do this over 3 months or 90 days, as I promised you, you can add 1,200. And if something, let's say you skip some days, maybe on some days you have lower acceptance rate, I would say the most realistic thing is that you can add at least 1,000 targeted followers who want to buy from you over and over and over again. So this is how the process works. So with 50% acceptance rate, you can easily get 1,000 followers, and you can repeat this every single month. Maybe you will exhaust some groups, maybe you added all the good people, but that's okay. There are like, God knows how many groups on Facebook that you can go to and add targeted people from. So you simply repeat the process. Maybe you find a new group and you add from those groups. You can compare the quality. So maybe from one group you got better leads or customers, better clients, etc. So you add more from those versus others. Also, I mentioned Guru. That's not a group. So again, let's go on my Facebook profile. I don't view myself as guru, but let's say you, for whatever reason, wanted my following. I have about 5,600 followers. You can come to my posts, my friend list, and find people who follow me. Let's say you follow that guru who is on YouTube, YouTube guru, YouTube Shorts guru, and he has following of people who want to learn YouTube Shorts. So you can find his or her posts, or you can just go to friend list. I don't recommend it. I think from posts, people who engage, especially on posts where people he asks them, do they want more information? Let's say he or she makes a post. We call this two-step post. Hey, I have new tutorial on how to create 20-second YouTube Shorts that get at least 5,000 views. And you get people answering comments. Guess what? All of these people want to learn how to do YouTube Shorts. So you can go to that post and you can check their profile and start adding them. And you can easily, even in 30 minutes, you can probably find, I don't know, dozens of people. And you can, by the way, here's another pro tip. If you're a savage, you don't need to go for 30. By the way, if you're just starting, I would start with 5 people, just so you don't get overwhelmed, and then slowly increase it. Go for 30. But if you're a savage, and if you have time, and if you want to speed up the process, what you can do is, I don't know, add 40 or 50 people every day. So either you will go to 1,000 followers in shorter amount of time, or you don't need to stop. You can add 2,000 followers in 4 or 5 months. Imagine that. And guess what? That following is later monetized, which, by the way, gets us to step number 7, monetize your audience. My biggest focus, like, I don't care so much about following, I care about buyers, right? So I want to turn those followers into money. This is why, for me, it's really important for them to be targeted followers. This is like the key. And then you want to use your content, at least that's what I'm doing, to pre-sell your offers, establish trust, because if they're just following you, they don't know much about you. But the bond is created with the content as you engage with their content as well, as they engage with yours, as you educate them, all this kind of stuff. And obviously, from time to time, you will have some CTAs and push them to your funnels, either to your group. If you don't have it, you can build one eventually. So Facebook group, or maybe you have some funnels, lead magnets, whatever it is. Opportunities are endless once you do have following of targeted people who want to learn from you, right? And again, below, by the way, if you're enjoying this video, I always forget to say this. If you are enjoying this video, I'm releasing 1 or 2 videos every single week, so make sure to subscribe and like the video to help me keep me motivated, right? And one more thing, again, I created an entire checklist of these steps that you can follow. You don't need to even opt in or anything. It's in the Google Doc. Just click below in the description, possibly in the pinned comment as well. And you can just follow them for your own business and use them. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Actually, I wanted to expand a bit more on the monetize part. So what I personally do is I create those 4 types of content that help me build knowledge and trust with my audience, build goodwill, educate them, influence them, create authority and status in their eyes, and eventually create better relationship as they become buyers and clients over time. And usually just one of these followers can be worth between 1, 5, and I had also clients were spending over 10K with me. I had multiple people, not at once, but over time, over the course of a year or a few years, if we're working longer together, they spend that much money. This is extremely powerful strategy. You will grow following and you will monetize it. Anyways, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video that you can check over here.